What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Momentum. This is number 132. So we've been coming live. Well, I've been here for 132 days straight. Guys, this is really cool. It's the reason why it's funny what happens in your life when you just apply consistency, right? I think this has been a big topic, what we talked about with the Zero to Hero, which we just finished. And we'll talk about that briefly today. And just so many different areas, man. If you can just stay consistent, crazy things can happen. So, who knows where that's going to go? I just know that I got to show up every day and I just got to be here. I got this calling. I'm feeling like I need to be here. I feel like I need to be talking to you guys. I feel like this is important. I feel like the things that we talk about, we're really impacting a lot of folks. I've been getting great feedback from you guys on the live calls, which is, I love it because it helps me basically accomplish two birds with one stone. I can train my team. Right, I can listen to their calls. Sometimes it's tough for me to always go back and listen to the recordings. I can listen to their calls, give them coaching and feedback while you guys get to listen to them too. So I've been getting really good feedback from you guys on that. And, I just feel like I should be showing up, feel like I should be doing this. So this is hunt day number 132 in a row. So we haven't missed a day. Knock on wood right here. Knock on wood. We'll make it happen. You guys can count on me to be here. Right. If there's nothing else, may not be the most talented, may not know everything. I'm sure there's plenty of people who know way more than I do, but I'll be here every day. Day number 132. So I'm glad you guys are here. I know you could be doing a lot of things. It's Sunday night for you guys on the East Coast, already 9:30. Pace is about to go live for Sunday service. So hopefully you guys are going to tune into that. But we'll not be remiss. We'll not miss the opportunity to do our Sunday session, which we do every single Sunday, which is the day to reflect on previous accomplishments on the previous week, month, whatever it may be. And kind of look forward, look to what's ahead. So, Zero to Hero, we finished that, which is amazing. Guys, we got contracts. We showed people how to build a business step by step, literally built a business from scratch to getting deals within 15 days. What crazy. Not just one deal, but two. And another one being signed this coming Friday. Fingers crossed, right? Can't count them until signed. But isn't that crazy what can happen? It's crazy what can happen when you decide that you're going to commit. And that's what I was literally talking to my wife about this today as I was, we were driving back. We went and got some dinner with me, her, and the baby for Sunday. And on the way back, we were just talking about dude, I had these lofty goals. I want this before I'm 30. I want to do this before I'm 30. And then I just did the math and I'm like, well, cool. I think I've achieved a lot of that, which is amazing, right? You look at it, it's like, dude, that is so cool that when you set something and you're just consistent and you show up every day and then you're just committed to what you're trying to do. It's like, wow, you can really achieve some stuff very quickly. And I think Zero to Hero is a testament to that. And just even what I've been able to achieve here in real estate world over the last 2 years. And I know if I can do it, I know you guys can do it too. Or maybe you're in an area where you're like, I'm already at a certain level, but I want to take it to the next. Dude, let's grow together. Let's make it happen. But I know it's just commitment and consistency can take you to extreme heights that you couldn't even dream of on your lonesome. So, dude, Zero to Hero was amazing. Had some great feedback. People were getting contracts with us as we're building it out step by step. And are you guys excited to get the recordings of that? 45 hours of recordings plus Q&A content. 45 hours plus about 4 hours every single Saturday. So 12. So gosh, what is that? Almost 60 hours worth of content building a business. It's raw, to be honest with you guys. None of it was scripted. We didn't have anything really planned. It's we're just going to pick up where we left off from the previous day and we're just going to go with it. And, I think it was it was something really cool. And I got to give it to Pace for having the vision of just hey, this is what we should do. And then just impressed with the team with just making sure we can execute on it. We put ourselves in a position where we could have been embarrassed, right? We can be oh, Zero to Hero, 15 days, you got to get a contract. God, what would have happened if we didn't get a contract? That was legit a possibility, right? Could have got to the point where, we know a lot of our business today is follow-up. Some of it just takes time. But we put ourselves in that position, hey, we're going to put it out there in the universe. We're going to do whatever it takes to get a contract. And yes, we already had the skills. I've talked to many sellers, But what I know the audience was able to see, and it's already resulting in deals and money coming in. It's like this can be duplicated. So Zero to Hero is wrapped up. We'll have the recordings very soon. We'll be packaging it together with like something that's actually digestible. So you don't have to watch all 60 hours. We're going to break it down. Say, hey, here's the key things. Here's what you should go watch. Here's the actual recordings from today. You can go refer back to it. So, it's going to be amazing. I'm excited for that. So that's finally, like, we finally finished that. The last day was on this past Friday, and then we did our final Q&A yesterday. So Zero to Hero is done. Guys, if you are excited, you want to be a part of it, go to zerotoherorei.com and join the waiting list. If you guys have any kind of friends, or maybe folks are like, yeah, I want to get into real estate, I don't know where to start, this is the place to start. So tell them to go to zerotoherorei.com and join that waiting list. So we're excited for that. This coming week. So again, Sunday session is a day where I kind of look forward to what's happening. So we finished that. I added 3 hours to my day building a brand new business while also trying to manage the other businesses. So I'm excited to get my life back this week. And there's an area of our real estate business that I'm going to be building from scratch. Like, there's a brand new area that we haven't ventured into yet in our real estate investing business. That's already doing, multiple 6 figures a month. And I'm excited to get into that because I'm excited to provide new jobs for not only our virtual assistants, but, probably having someone run that department. So building that out this week, I'm excited to share that with you guys. If you want to know what that department is, let me know and I can break it down for you. Like, we can end up doing a series around that. But it's not what we've been doing. It's not our typical cold calling. It's not our typical SMS. It's not our typical outbound marketing. And I'm excited to share that with you guys. So if you want to know other ways of getting deals outside of just the normal model that we talk about all the time, happy to share that with you guys. So that's starting this week, building out that new area. And I wanted to take a second today, as I don't want to keep you guys too long. I know it is getting a little late on a Sunday, but I wanted to share with you guys the Smart Week. I've talked about it briefly. I do it every single week, but I want to share the questions with you guys if you want to write them down, because I think it's important. Like, clarity in all areas of your life is always going to benefit you. So you know what to do, when to do it, and you can start planning your moves ahead of time, right? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like having clarity. I like having clarity of, these are my next 3 steps. There's like, I don't know about you guys as well, but there's like 40, 50, 60, 100 different things you can do in a certain day. And you feel like every single thing is pulling you in different directions. And God knows if something comes up and then you can't get the stuff that you need to get done. And you're like, oh my gosh, the day's already over and I didn't accomplish anything. Who's ever felt that way? I feel that way all the time. Or I have until I started planning out my stuff and getting clarity on it beforehand. So the Smart Week agenda is very simple. There's an attitude of gratitude, as always. You guys know me. Take a second, always find something to be grateful for every single day. But every single week, you set like a massive action list. Like, hey, this is what I get done this week. These are the massive action items from last week that I need to get done. Did I accomplish those things, right? So that is one of the first sections of your Smart Week agenda, is your massive action from the previous week. Did you accomplish what you said you were going to accomplish? What kind of damage did you do? If you had 5 things you want to take massive action on, did you do 2 things? Did you do 1? Did you not get any of them done? Where are you at? And what happens is you'll start seeing things just show up here over and over and over. And with that, you realize real quick, it's either I'm really bad at doing this, which is typically not the case, is you don't want to do it, or maybe you have some fear or apprehension behind doing it. So maybe you need to ask for some help. Maybe you need to ask for some feedback. There's wisdom in the procrastination, but you find it by writing your stuff down. Okay, being very intentional. But mostly what I wanted you guys to take note of today is 9 questions. If you want to follow along with me, I want you to write these down. Your Smart Week agenda is identify, discuss, and solve. So you want to identify the areas, you want to discuss them with yourself or with someone else, and then you want to solve those problems, right? We're problem solvers for the people we work with, but before we can solve other people's problems, we got to be able to solve ours, right? Okay. So with that being said, the first part here, the very first part of your agenda is, where am I stuck or discontent? Okay. Where am I stuck or discontent? Number one, where am I stuck or discontent? And I'll go back through and I'll do mine with you guys so you can kind of hear that. Where am I stuck or discontent? Number two, what is this costing me emotionally, financially, physically, etc.? Where am I stuck or discontent, and what is this costing me? Right? It costs something. If you're stuck, either you're having a lack of opportunity, you're having a lack of like peace of mind, maybe you're not sleeping. Where is it costing you? Where am I stuck and discontent? And then number two, what is this costing me? Number three, how have I failed to resolve this? If it keeps coming up and you're stuck, this is not the first time you're encountering this issue. You've probably been dealing with this for some time. How have you failed to resolve this? Number four, who should I ask for feedback? Who should I ask for feedback? Great leaders ask great questions. Great leaders are open to coaching and feedback. I ask my business partners, I ask my wife, I ask my friends. I'll just randomly text people, tell them I love them, and I want to get feedback. Hey, how can I be a better friend? Hey, I know this has been going on, or I've been focusing on this. Like, how do you feel? How do you feel about it? Right? Who, for this particular question, is where are you stuck or discontent? That area that you're stuck or discontent, or that thing that you're stuck and discontent, who should you ask for feedback on it? Who? Okay. You're not in this alone. Who should you ask for feedback? Number five, what other questions could I ask myself? So just real quick on 4 and 5. If you're a man and you're watching this, typically it's tough for men to ask for help. Not being sexist, saying women don't do it, but typically women are open to coaching feedback and they're willing to sacrifice their ego and say, yo, I want to be better. Let me ask my friends. Let me ask someone for help. Let me ask how I can get some coaching and feedback. Men, it's a little bit different from what I found, even with myself. So you got to be willing to humble yourself, right? Maybe that's ego death, saying, hey, my ego's going to take a hit, man, but I got to ask. I got to need some honest feedback here. How can I be better? Okay. And again, number 5 is, what other questions can I ask myself, or could I ask myself? Areas that I'm stuck or discontent. What other areas can I ask myself? Okay. Number 6, how can I overcome the solution to my challenge or problem? Right? The funny thing about the way this is worded is the reality is we already know the solution to our problems 9 times out of 10. We already know what we should be doing. We already know the answer, but it's just not what we want to hear. We want something easier. We want something better. Okay? But here it is. How can I overcome the solution to my challenge or problem? Number 6. And then number 7, what do I want my next 7 days, 30 days, 90 days to look like? So assuming that you're able to attack this area that you're stuck, what kind of progress you want to make in the next 7 days? What kind of progress you want to make in the next 30 days? And then what kind of progress you want to make over the next 90 days? That's a quarter, right? And then number 8, how soon do I want to stop this from being a challenge in my life? The answer to this one, guys, is now, right? How soon do I want to stop being a challenge in my life? And then number 9, what are my 3 to thrive? So 3 to thrive are 3 things, your 3 action items that coming to Jesus on these things, realizing the areas that you're stuck and discontent. What are 3 massive actions that you could do to overcome that area that you're stuck and discontent? For me personally, an area that I'm stuck and discontent is a lot of the little things aren't getting done every single day. A lot of little things, nagging things. Oh my gosh, need to update my calendar. Oh my gosh, I need to go back and check my email. Oh my gosh, all these little things. I get my big items done, the big dominoes, because you want to tackle, I think a lot of people have the problem. It's they have the opposite problem. They do all the little things and they don't accomplish the big thing that moves the needle. For me, I focus on the bigger stuff because I know it's a little bit more challenging, and then all the little things go by the wayside. I've needed someone to come to my house and fix my vanity for the last 2 months. That's an area that I'm stuck in discontent. A lot of little things, right? So how soon do I want to stop this from being a challenge? Right now. Okay. But that is an area that I'm stuck in discontent. A lot of things, a lot of little things, right? And that just nags me and it bothers me. It's like, oh my gosh, I got to get these little things done. Okay. I run into this bandwidth thing. It's like, okay, well, my bandwidth is here. But this stuff still has to happen. And what happens a lot of times, guys, if you're in the real estate world, you know us, you know Pace talks about the role between an integrator and a visionary. Just because you're one or the other does not give you a hall pass to just be a completely unorganized, whatever. Just gives you a hall pass of saying, oh, I'm not an integrator, so that's not my thing. Okay, so I'm not going to do it. Or I'm not an integrator, so I don't do my books because, that's just not something I'm good at. And you don't ask for help and feedback. You're like, that is just very irresponsible, right? This is no brainer, but for real, like we need to talk about it. Just because you're one way or the other, you have strengths, you have strengths and you have weaknesses, right? A lot of people say, just focus on your strengths for sure, but it doesn't give you a hall pass to just forget about your weaknesses and act like they don't exist. Find a who for your how. Okay. So for me, that's an area, something I wrote down. It's like a lot of little things. What is this costing me emotionally, financially, physically? Well, financially, it's an opportunity cost, right? A lot of these little things aren't getting done. Emotionally, it's nagging. Don't feel the greatest about not getting them done. And, physically, yeah. I feel like it's draining. Got to get this stuff done. It's just been sitting on the calendar over and over and over. And I have to ask myself, why is this stuff not getting done? Okay. How have I failed to resolve this? Number 3. Well, clearly it's been months. I haven't resolved it. I haven't asked myself good enough questions. Who can help me get this done instead of Matt having to do it all himself? Who should I ask for feedback? I already asked for feedback. This one was to my wife. I said, okay, and my business partner. So I talked to Cody about this, and I talked to my wife about this, and I came up with a solution of I need to hire an executive assistant. Right? What other questions could I ask myself? It's like, the question I ask myself is, who can help me get these things done in the event? Because I've clearly demonstrated that I'm just not going to get them done. I need to ask for help. I need to ask for someone to help me. So in this case, my case is I can afford it. And in the book, Who Not How, it says, if you have enough money to solve a problem, then you don't have a problem. So for me, that answer is I'm going to get an executive assistant. I'm going to pay them a salary. They're going to help me accomplish all the things on my calendar and help me stay more organized, right? And there's a huge benefit behind that. It's almost like duplicating myself so people can feel that I'm more present when I'm in the conversation with them. I'm not worried about what's on my calendar. I have someone keeping me up to date. I have someone helping me remind me of what's going on. And it helps me be more professional, more present for the people that matter in my life. So it is worth it. Okay. So that was my solution. I'm telling you guys what I wrote down this week. That was how can I overcome the solution to my challenge? That's how I overcome it. Make a hire. Going to do some interviews this week and find someone this week. Not going to wait. Right. I think that's also a big thing. If you can take action on it, all these things that continue not getting done and I don't take action on it, then it doesn't matter. Right. So it has to happen this week. What do I want my next 7 days, 30 days, 90 days to look like? Next 7 days, I find someone to make that position. Next 30 days are completely trained in what I do. They understand my calendar and how I operate. And within the next 90 days, I am super duper organized and I'm getting stuff done, and everything that is on my calendar, all the little things, everything is getting done within reason. Right. And then, want to do that now. My 3 to thrive is to, number 1, interview some candidates. Number 2, hire them. Number 3, onboard them so that within the next 30 days, they know exactly what's going on in my life. So that's just one thing, right? There's for me, multiple business. I do a smart week for Start Virtual. I do a smart week for real estate investing business. I do a smart week for my media stuff. I do a smart week for me personally, do a smart week for our marriage. So every little area, there's different areas that I'm stuck. In business, I'm stuck in, maybe my challenges that I'm stuck in Start Virtual is different than the challenges that I'm stuck in our real estate investing business. So I break this stuff down. I write it down, and I get clarity on my next 3 moves on all this stuff so I can make sure it gets done. So hopefully this helps, guys. If you're unfamiliar with Smart Day, Smart Week, now you should have a better understanding of how a Smart Week goes and getting clarity behind a lot of stuff. We're all busy. If you are a 9 to 5 and you're trying to get the side hustle going, you're super busy. You're as busy as anyone else, right? My focus is pretty much I wake up and I know the companies and the businesses that I'm trying to run. Like, it's pretty straightforward. But if you're working for someone else and then you have this other side hustle where you're trying to make some money, so then you can really focus on this other side hustle, which you're really optimistic about, it's important that you get clarity always. Like, clarity is going to help you win. Okay. So guys, hopefully today, Sunday session is a day where we kind of recap and look at what's been happening, and we're looking forward to what we're doing. But the only way I know that I'm heading in the right direction is I keep track of it in a meaningful, straightforward, impactful way. So hopefully you guys got some value from today. If you got some value from this video, this live, day 132, please head over to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys as always. We go live there every single day and on Instagram. So tomorrow we'll be picking back up with the live call series. We'll probably either have Don or Mara hop on. We're gonna be calling some more sellers. You guys love it. We've been getting a lot of good feedback from it, so we're going to continue to do it. So guys, I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me on a Sunday. I know you can be doing a lot of things. You're probably wrapping up the day with your family, maybe about to go hop on Sunday service. But thanks for coming and hanging out with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.